Let's get into the bracket. All right, so we're back at it. It's the Sweet 16 of our March Madness 2024 bracket, and what we're doing here as the crickets continue to go off because Tom's mic is hot, we're going to get into the best jerseys in baseball, and we're not doing single jerseys. We're getting into each team's suite of jerseys. So we're going to kick things off where we left off last. And by the way, the Mets and Yankees jerseys now officially joined the bracket because we left them off to get the bye. So here we go. We're going to start things off with the Tampa Bay Rays or the Oakland A's. We're going to go in the order of Tom, Joe, Corey, and then me. And of course, the tie-breaking vote is you at home. So Tom, Clearwater, Tom, take it away.
I think I'm still going with Oakland. I really love the Kelly green jersey. And also the dark green that has, and they still kind of put the elephant on the sleeve. Those two jerseys are some of the best jerseys in baseball. I think those carry the A's to the next round.
Yeah, I like the Rays. I like the powder blues, and I like that navy with the powder blue stripe. But a lot of teams have that color combination. The Athletics are the only team with that color combination. I think it pops. I think it reminds you of baseball when you look at it. The Rays share a color scheme with a lot of other teams. I'm going with Oakland in this one.
I think it's a coin flip matchup. I mean, this is exactly what you want in the Sweet 16. I could really go either way. Rich, I'm going to give you a vote. I'm going to go with the Rays. I really love when they bring back the throwback one with the Devil Ray on there too. But I have no issues with the Athletics should they go the distance.
I don't know how Francisco Alvarez snuck into my bracket, but between the Oakland A's and the Tampa Bay Rays, I'm going to keep this quick. I'm going to say Oakland. I'm going to send Oakland to the next round, which is insane that they've gotten through 2 rounds of a bracket for the first time in what feels like years. That Kelly green is absolutely beautiful. I love the simplicity of their home jersey as well. They're the only team that I know that pull off this color scheme in sports. So I am going with the Oakland A's moving on to the next round of the bracket. So we go to our next matchup here. As the Crickets are ready to get a vote in, we have the White Sox. Remember, they got that City Connect jersey, that Southside jersey. And we have the Los Angeles Angels, also with a City Connect. It's a creamy boy, Tom.
Yeah, it's even the creamy boys even hit harder down here in Florida. Man, I think. I'll be honest. I don't love either sets of these. I think they the old school White Sox is nice, and the City Connect for the Angels is nice, but the rest I could really leave. Give me Chicago, I guess. Even though the creamy boy is supreme.
We got some early White Sox love in the chat. White Sox for Tom. Joe.
Yeah, this one's close. The problem is I like the jerseys better. For the White Sox. The Angels, though, have that classic halo logo that I think is one of the better logos in the game right now. But the White Sox got that unique look, that black and white look. And I think that's the big thing right here. They got that smooth look. Angels have the color scheme that the Reds have. So for me, I'm going White Sox in this one by a hair.
I will say with the Angels as opposed to the Reds, I do like the Angels jerseys more than the Reds, which is a good start. And that creamy boy, I mean, that creamy boy is a nice jersey too. And the White Sox last week we were discussing, I love the simplicity of the black and white offsetting each other. This is another one where I have no issue which side wins. I agree with Joe. I like the halo look. So I'm going to give the edge to the creamy boy Angels. But again, I am cool with either jersey in this case.
So we got what, 2-1 White Sox?
Yeah.
The Angels need to bring back some of those Jim Edmonds, those throwbacks with the big A with the wings. They need to throw that in there.
I agree.
If you take out the red jersey and you put that in as an alternate home, I think the Angels have a lot better of a.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I find it boring and uncreative that Angels is the same font and scheme across the board, even though it's different jersey colors. I'm going with the White Sox as well. I do love the input of the retro jersey, and I think it fits well here with the Sox. All right, we move on to the Toronto Blue Jays or the Seattle Mariners. A little Ken Griffey action. Thomas, what do you got?
I think I'm going Toronto here. And I noticed this the other day when I was in Dunedin too, seeing a lot of Blue Jays jerseys out there. I think the Blue Jays might have the best like numbers on their jerseys. Like that old school has like the white in the middle of it. I feel like it's very unique to their jerseys. They have the powder blue. They have like the dark blue jerseys. I think I'm going Toronto here.
I love me some powder blue, and it looks so good with Toronto. But man, I just love Seattle's set here because you get the white homes, you get the alternate navy blue, and then you get the alternate teal. The logo just works. It screams Seattle. Reminds you of Ken Griffey Jr. and Edgar Martinez and the boys in that classic Seattle time, and they've largely remained unchanged.
I actually saw a Griffey blue jersey today in Clearwater at the game, which was odd, but I was like, random. Oh man, it is a good looking jersey.
I got to go Seattle here. It's such a great looking jersey, and they make subtle changes to keep it updated without changing what the heart and soul of that jersey is.
Yeah, they don't reinvent the wheel. I mean, of the matchups we had so far, and this is the best thing about the Sweet 16. Every matchup right now has been really good, really close. This is another one I can really go either way here because I love the Blue Jays powder blue. I like how they kind of offset each other very nice. But with the Seattle Mariners, I just love that teal. That teal really sets them apart because a lot of teams got powder blues, and we're going to see a lot more powder blues later this show. So regardless of how much I love the powder blue, I'm going to give the slight edge to Seattle because I really like the team.
So where are we at? We're at 2-1 Seattle?
2-1 Seattle.
I'm going to make it 3-1 Seattle once again. The Mariners jersey is sick. We haven't gone to the chat yet for that pinnacle vote. But I think if I threw it to the chat, I think they'd vote Seattle too. A lot of Seattle love. Swift, Seattle easily. Chris, Seattle. Eric here, powder blues are always fire, but Mariners always remind me of Griffey. Pars with Seattle. I'm voting for Seattle. So yeah, it's the Mariners. It's essentially
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go apologize to the people of Dunedin tomorrow. They got robbed.
Poor guy. All right, the next pick here we got Kansas City, the Kansas City Royals with that City Connect, which I found out last week. Those are fountains in the KC. I didn't even know that. There's a water. And of course, the New York Yankees now enter the bracket. So you have the classic pinstripes, the road jersey, which is new again. They're going with the old format on the front for 2024. So we got Yankees versus Royals. Go for it, Thomas.
I do like the Royals jerseys. I like their City Connect. They do have the classic with the white, and then they have the powder blue. They have the dark blue. I love what the Yankees have going on. I don't think it's the best jerseys in baseball. I think doing the update to the road jerseys is a huge improvement. I think it just looks old. It looks clean. I do really like it. Pinstripes. Can't beat them. Now, if the Yankees would grow up and finally stop pretending like their jerseys are papal robes and they are sacrilege and you can't do any kind of alternate jersey, I could maybe see them going further in the tournament. But I'm gonna have the Yankees go past the Royals here.
Listen, the tough thing is the Yankees have the best pinstripe look. They invented the pinstripes, right? The problem I have with the Yankees, and it's encapsulated by that NA in the City Connect, the Yankees never, ever go outside of white home, gray road. There's nothing. You know what I would love? I'd love a dark navy jersey, like an alternative jersey, like they do in spring training. I think those look great. It's just they're afraid to do anything. And the problem is
the Yankees... I'll just say the Yankees gave up any right for them to say that they can't, the jerseys or whatever, we can't alter it when you put a Star Insurance patch on it. If you said, listen, we're not going to put an ad in our jersey, we're going to be the team that doesn't do it, then fine. Like I'll buy in that you can't have an alternate jersey. But once you do that, like what's the difference between putting a blue jersey in the mix? I don't know.
Right, just something to change up. Listen. Almost any other team they would have gone up against, I would have voted for them. But I love the Royals. What the look is that them and the Cardinals are the main powder blue teams When they wear those powder blues, they look phenomenal. That royal blue with the crown on the sleeve, I love that. And I love the City Connect jersey. It looks like the Royals. I think they overall did a great job start to finish with their jerseys. I'm going Royals.
Yeah, I do like the powder blue, obviously, with the Royals. I'm with Joe. I love the patch on the darker blue jersey for sure. On the Yankees side, I also agree with what Tom said. I think I am going to give my vote to the Yankees for this round, and I agree with Joe that the Yankees are the team that embraces pinstripes the most. You think of pinstripes, you think of the New York Yankees. It doesn't matter what other team uses pinstripes. You think of Yankees when you hear pinstripes. We'll see how only having 2 jerseys and not having some sort of alternate in there impacts them going deeper into the tournament. But at least for this round, I will give the edge to the historic pinstripe jersey of the Yankees.
Now, I will tell you what, I was going to come in with a real shocker and vote for the Kansas City Royals here, just because I think their collection of jerseys beats the Yankees right here. I love the Yankees road jersey. I actually think the road jersey is better than the pinstripe jersey, but I even think the road jersey they took a downgrade on. I thought last year's jersey that they had for the number of years that they've had it was the best jersey between the 2 Yankees jersey, with the white outline behind the old New York logo. What was it? The piping that was on the sleeve. I really did like that, and I was kind of pissed they got rid of it. Now, normally we would throw this to the chat, but there's a lot of Yankee votes here in the chat, so it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even freaking matter if we throw it to the chat. It's Yankees, 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 Yankees. Pinch Yankee. It's ridiculous. So Yankees are moving on to the next round with a 3-2 vote. All right. We are going to flip now to the National League side of the house. And the National League side of the house, and by the way, if we were keeping score at home, this is what the bracket looked like prior going into today's show. So we're going to flip to the National League side, and we're going to start off with the Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. So tough vote to be a Met fan because you got to put one of these 2 teams in. But Tom, what do you got here between the Phillies and the Atlanta Braves?
First thing I got to say is the NL just has better jerseys than the AL. Like, I think the NL, like we did this AL and NL, but like the NL deserves like to be probably the Final Four, if I'm being honest. Both are really good sets of jerseys. I mean, I might be a little, I don't know. I think I like the Phillies more though. I think with the throwback with the blue, and then they also could do, I don't, they might not be doing it this year, but they do the throwback with the actual like maroon colored jersey. Those are cool. Obviously they have the Creamy Boy Sundays, which are, who doesn't love a Creamy Boy Sunday? And yeah, so I'm gonna go Phillies.
Yeah, this is close. Listen, I love the Braves got that tomahawk in there. I love what they did with the City Connect jersey, bringing back that Hank Aaron style Braves look there. But at the end of the day, the Phillies got such a classic look to them, and that powder blue with the big P on it. And
the big P, we're keeping it clean 2 weeks in a row.
Set on the back. I expect a really, really cool City Connect jersey from them. I think they're coming out with it this year, so I really expect a cool one from them. I'm gonna go Phillies.
I think it's bad.
I just think they're really a good jersey that encapsulates the city.
I think it leaked, and I think it's bad.
Oh boy,
That's what I remember.
Oh boy,
I think, I think it's one of those like it's like the flag, the city flag colors, but like it just doesn't look good. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think both of these teams in the last round did win with ease. It's obviously a lot tougher here, and it's going to be tougher because it will be going to you, Rich. I just love what the Braves are doing. I think they're white. They're darker blue, they're red. I think they all play off each other very nicely. I like how they incorporate the tomahawk, how they have Braves, but they also have the city. Then you throw in the City Connect, nice throwback to the past. I am going to give the edge to the Braves here, but both teams solid sets of jerseys.
All right, so where are we at now? We got, is it 2-1 Phillies?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to use the same line 3 times in a row, but it's going to be 3-1 Phillies here. I love the Philly set. Again, I'm looking forward to what that City Connect's all about, but I think a very underrated jersey in that mix is the Creamy Boy hiding in the background. I think that's a really nice Phillies jersey right there. powder blues, pinstripes. It's got it all, Tom. It needs that City Connect. And I don't know if it's going to get it to the finals, but I'm going to move the Phillies to the next round. All right. So here we go. We're going to move on to our next part. And by the way, 95 friggin' people here.
Oh my God.
I love you all. Guys. You guys are phenomenal. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you for keeping the numbers up and keeping the lights on. This is awesome stuff here. Some quick shout outs. I mean, I had a whole thing of shout outs I was ready to get into. Outside. I mean, the lights are on at Tom's place, but it is what it is, right? Where the hell do I even start? Man, this is crazy. We'll get back to some shout outs though in a little bit. We'll get to the next matchup while I pull up my numbers together. But we got the Miami Marlins, so sticking with the NL East here. Another City Connect in the mist. I know that's one of Joe's favorite City Connect jerseys in baseball. And then you have the St. Louis Cardinals. It's a tough matchup here, boys. Clearwater, Tom, what do you got?
Listen, the Marlins got some nice things going on, but we talked about it last week. The Cardinals have the best jerseys in the game. It's the Cardinals. Their jerseys are immaculate.
Yeah, I listen. I love and I give a ton of credit to the Marlins with that City Connect jersey with the black. I like the Marlins jersey set. I think they're not afraid to bring some character to their jerseys. That City Connect, throwing back to the old Cuban leagues, is probably the best City Connect in the game. I hope they make it a permanent part of their jersey rotation. But the Cardinals, between the powder blues and the cream jerseys, are the most classic jersey there is. I'm going St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, I think of all the matchups we've had so far in the Sweet 16, this is the first blowout. Absolutely hammering the Cardinals with this vote.
Yeah, St. Louis. Cardinals up and ready for the next round, but that was a tough one. And I will give the shout outs here because, man, again, so much love here in the chat. A lot of Mets Yankees going at it right now, so I do like that as part of our Empire State of Baseball shtick. But shout out to Ian C, which translates to Ian Yes. I know that. I knew that one in class. Shout out to Erica Michelle. Thank you, Erica, for jumping in here. Really do appreciate it. Shout out to my man, Jigga Man Porto, my guy Celso over at Yankees Morning Brew Sports. I believe they're still over down the Morning Brew crew's down in spring training. So shout out to them. So Tom, you actually might be crossing paths with the Morning Brew Sports crew down there at spring training. So shout out to the crew down there as well. Let's see who else we got to keep. I don't want to forget anybody. Oh, shout out to Jonathan Hernandez, of course, coming in hot against the Yankees here. Listen, we got to get some Metro attention in the house.
We don't need to shout out Jonathan Hernandez.
All right. Well, so shout out to John and shout out to everybody in the chat who's been coming through with the votes. Really do appreciate it. All right, we're gonna move on to the next portion of this bracket. We do have the Pittsburgh Pirates. They do have a lot of black and yellow. Again, you can catch this in Wiz Khalifa's closet. Look at all those jerseys just hanging up there. And then you got the Arizona Diamondbacks, which is one of the most latest entries to the bracket as far as jersey schemes go, because they changed the jerseys over the offseason. So what we got here, we got the Pirates or the Diamondbacks.
D-backs. The Pirates jerseys, I don't think they should go out in the first round. Their City Connect is abysmal. The black and yellow is, it's cool. It is unique to them, but Arizona's is just better. The City Connect might be one of the best City Connect jerseys out there. Plus, their other ones are fun. They threw that like Native American Southwest teal into the color scheme, which has been cool. Diamondbacks.
Yeah, the tough part is the Diamondbacks go out there. They try and change their jerseys and try and do fun things. I love their City Connect jersey, that sand rustic Western color that they've incorporated. But listen, if there's anything that encapsulates a city's color scheme more, it's got to be the Pittsburgh Pirates. Black and yellow is Pittsburgh. Yeah. And part of that is the Steelers, but that's what Pittsburgh's about is black and yellow. I wish they would have done Steel City on the City Connect jersey.
That would have been so much better
instead of PGH. But if you look at that jersey, it's got like this hive look to it. I think it's really cool if they had just changed the centering of it. But overall,
but why is it a hive? Make it like a steel beam. A hive doesn't even make sense. They're not the beams.
No, it's cool.
What are we doing, Pittsburgh?
Look to it. It's cool. And shout out the chat. We have 102 people watching this stream right now. 102.
I love all of it.
Only thing more rare than that. Oh, go on, Joe.
Everyone following on X, because a lot of these listeners are on X. We got over 100 people on X. Go to YouTube and subscribe to us. We need subscribers on YouTube, please. You can find all our stuff there. Corey, you're up.
You heard the man.
Yeah, I'm going with Pittsburgh here. And listen, that Serpientes City Connect is my 1B to the Cherry Blossoms being 1A. I might even put Serpientes as my 1A. Right up there with the Cherry Blossoms. I really like it. But the Diamondbacks, every year they're changing jerseys. That one year they debuted like 8 jerseys. It's ridiculous. Don't want to be bothered anymore. I agree with Joe. Black and yellow just embodies the city of Pittsburgh. I love the jerseys. They could have done a better job with the City Connect. Yes, most teams in baseball could have done a better job with City Connects. I hate most of them. 90% of the City Connects I think are trash and should be thrown out. Serpientes is the one exception to the rule, one of. But I'm going to go with Steelers. I love the black and yellow. Tom thinks they should have been out first round. I think they should go to Final Four.
So we got D-backs. We got Pittsburgh. We got D-backs. Fans, it's up to you. Let's see that vote. Is it Diamondbacks or it's Pirates? We got to advance one to the next round. We have the Arizona Diamondbacks or the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we'll check out the chat right here. Okay, Chris, we got Arizona. Like a lot. It'll be tough to beat the Pirates, but I'll go Arizona. We got Pirates. So, all right, that's 1-1. We got Arizona. That's 2-1. We got Diamondbacks. That's 3-1. We got Serpientes. That's 4-1. I think the Diamondbacks got this one in the bag. Arizona has no consistency. Pirates, Arizona. All right. I think it's got to be Diamondbacks here. I see it's at least 4-2 Serpientes.
Yeah.
So the Arizona Diamondbacks move on to the next round in a tough matchup right there. And we're still in the first round, but this is the last one for the first round here. We got the Chicago Cubs.
Oh, boy.
You're right. The first one for the second round. You're right. We are still in the second round here. It's the Chicago Cubs or the New York Metropolitans. Be nice, chat.
I can't wait to see Joe try to defend the Mets black jersey because he knows the Mets have no business with a black jersey. It's a travesty that they wear a black jersey. It's not part of their color scheme. It's stupid. They shouldn't wear a black jersey. It's the most overrated jersey in all of sports. That being said, even with that horrible jersey, I still am going to vote for the Mets here. I do like the blue jersey is nice. The pinstripe one is also nice. The Cubs, I don't know. The Cubs road jerseys never did anything for me. That blue one doesn't do much for me. The home pinstripe's fine. Wrigleyville is pretty lazy. It seems like it should have been creative, but it's just not. I don't think the Mets get past the next round. Especially if they're going against those Serpientes, but I'll put the Mets here. I'll put the Mets over
that's a shock. The Crickets are going nuts right now, Joe.
I mean, listen, I'll start with the Cubs. I like the Cubs pinstripe Cub jerseys. I love the sleeve logo of the bear on the logo on the sleeve, but the roads are very, very mid with that gray with just Chicago.
They're worse than mid.
Yeah, they're worse than mid.
Bad.
They're just lazy. They're similar to Detroit's road. The Wrigleyville again. It was fine, but they could have done more with it. Listen, the Mets. One thing they got going for them, they got a really good color scheme to work with. That blue and orange just looks good naturally. I know Tom doesn't like the black jerseys. The black jerseys are from the late 2000s. They were a big part of those runs with the Mets in the playoffs.
It's when the problem started, when every team decided they were going to have a black jersey that don't have black as part of the color. Don't tell me that the back of the logo of the Mets is black. It is not part of their color scheme. They should not have a black jersey. It's a joke.
A mural that was on top of the scoreboard of the city skyline, and they were black and blue. Miro, that's where the black comes from. That's where
the black
they
comes
got
from
it
because every
from.
team went to wear a black jersey in the early 2000s. That's where the black jersey came from.
I like the black
Stop.
jerseys. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool approach.
You're a fraud.
Give us a vote.
Something different. I'm a Met. It's Mets for me. Come on.
You're a fraud.
Yeah. I will say with the Cubs, when you think of blue, the first thing that comes to mind is the Cubby blue. I'm going to give the Cubs that. However, I absolutely love the orange and blue Mets jerseys. That was the best thing they did about 10 or so years ago, was introduce those blue jerseys. I think the worst thing they did was get rid of their best jersey in order to bring back the black alternates. I really, really loved the blue alternate road jersey, the one that had New York with the white, the gray lettering.
Gray letters.
Yeah, and it had like the orange outline on that blue colored jersey. I love that jersey, so I'm upset the black replaced it. The black does have.
And did they get rid of the '80s jerseys? Like, I mean,
that was only like two on Sundays. That was like a year.
I don't know why they don't bring them out. I mean, like that's the pinnacle of the Mets. Like '86 Mets is like the team. I don't know why you don't have that as part of your mix. It's like the Phillies having their jerseys from like the 70s and 80s when they were really good. Like it makes sense. The Mets, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe the City Connect has a little bit of the 80s in it. I do gotta say though, absolutely love the Friday night blackout vibe. If you just stick with the black jerseys for that, I'll buy in. My vote's the Mets.
I'm voting for the Mets as well. I think the Mets do have a nicer suite of jerseys than the Cubs do. Only, like Joe mentioned before, I think the Cubs pinstripe jersey is probably the nicest and the only nice one in this suite. I am going with the Mets. I am very excited to see what the City Connect jersey is for the Mets. See, listen, I show some love for the crosstown rivals. But I got to give them credit. Their jerseys are nice. I do like the black personally. I always thought the black was really nice. It's nostalgia. It's childhood for me. I'm glad they brought it back. But let's move on. We're finally on to the next round here. We have the Oakland Athletics, of course, again back to the Kelly Greens, and then we have representing the Central Division of the American League, the Chicago White Sox. Two teams that are not going to have a good 2024, but they made it this far into our bracket here. Tom, what do you got?
It's amazing how far this Kelly Green Oakland A jersey is carrying the Athletics, because their white jersey isn't great. Their road gray isn't great. Their dark green is pretty good. But my God, is that Kelly Green jersey pretty? It's the best jersey. How good is your good? Oakland's that jersey is better than anything that Chicago has, so I'm gonna vote for Oakland.
Like I said, I've always loved that Oakland, and I love the elephant logo on that dark green jersey. And White Sox have a good jersey scheme. I do like that throwback with the red on it, but Oakland's got that great green, that baseball green that you think of. So I'm going Oakland there.
Yeah, I never would have thought we'd seen the White Sox and the Oakland A's in a quarterfinal, but I'm going to give it to Oakland and the Kelly Greens to move on to the semis.
And I didn't think we were going to see Oakland in a semifinal, but that's exactly what we have. Oakland A's moving on to the semis. All right, next up, we have it's tough matchup for the boys. We have 120 viewers, but we also have the Seattle Mariners. Oh man, the Seattle Mariners or the New York Yankees. Thomas, what do you got?
I'm definitely probably the least in for the Seattle jerseys in our panel. I think you guys like them more than I do. I don't dislike them, but I don't know. They don't do a ton for me. But the opposite of what Rich said, I love the new Yankee road jersey. I know it's a minor change, but like it just looks like a jersey Mickey Mantle wore. Like it looks like a jersey that Joe DiMaggio wore. And I just think that is a team that wants to talk about their past and their history. It makes sense. The pinstripes are classic. Man. I'm gonna vote for the Yankees. I think Seattle's jerseys are a little overrated. I think I'm probably gonna lose. I think the Yankees are gonna lose this, but I'll vote for the Yankees here.
Joseph?
Yeah, again, I think the pinstripe jersey for me is the best probably jersey of the bunch, but I think Seattle has the best collection. I mean, they just have a great look about them. Every single jersey, you look at it and you say, that's Seattle. That's what it is. The Yankees road jersey, yeah, it looks classic, but to me, it's the same conversation with the Cubs and their gray road jersey. It's just, to me, it's boring. There's no character in it. I know part of that is the fact that the Yankees invented those looks, but for me, Seattle's just that perfect look for that city and that team. I'm going the Mariners.
I'm going to go with the Mariners too, and not to discount the Yankees, because the Yankees and the Pinstripes were very well deserving of being in the Elite Eight right now. I just think they're probably 8 of the Elite Eight, and the Mariners are probably 7 of the Elite Eight. But I'm going to go with the Mariners here. I just love that teal. It does it for me.
So the interesting scenario that I'm in right now, it looks like it's pretty split right now with the chat. We got Yankees, Seattle, Yankees, Mariners, Yankees. And unfortunately for the chat, it's not going there. We're going Seattle here. Seattle's going to the next round. Again, we got to talk about the collection of jerseys. What dings the Yankees most for me is the fact that it's just, get the Kansas City freaking Royals out of here. It's just 2 jerseys. It's just the 2. I knocked them for not getting any more creative than this. And I think, like I said, I'm a big fan of having alternate jerseys, city connects, just a different look, from what we've seen over the years. And yes, the Yankees pinstripes, as far as pinstripe jersey, you're not going to get any better than that. But I love the collection of Seattle jerseys, and I'm going to move them on to the next round on the American League side of the bracket. All right. So for the National League side, this one could be a championship match for all I know. We have the Philadelphia Phillies. Again, we got the powder blues, we got the creamy boys, we got pinstripes in the mix. And then we have the St. Louis Cardinals in a really tough 3rd round matchup. Thomas.
It's a tough matchup because the Phillies deserve to be in the the elite or the Final Four, but the St. Louis jersey is just better. That I love that they have their normal home jerseys say Cardinals, but they have the St. Louis ones. The font is perfect. The logo is perfect. We got the creamy boy. We got the powder blue. It's also, we don't even talk about it. We're most talking about jerseys. Their hat is pretty undefeated. The STL logo is such a good logo, and then they have sometimes the hat with the birds on it. It's the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's kind of like everything you can do, I can do better with the Cardinals and Phillies. The blue is the Cardinal look. That cream color is a Cardinal look, and the Phillies have great versions of them, but the Cardinals do it better. And again, that bird logo is iconic. It is one of the best logos of any team in any sport. So for me, I'm going Cardinals on this one.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Joe. I think the Cardinals are very similar with the Phillies with those color combinations, but the Cardinals just do it better. I'm going with St. Louis.
I mean, and the chat too is Cardinals. It's 5-0 Cardinals here. St. Louis to the next round. We probably just give them the damn championship at this point. All right, so our last matchup here in this round, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks, again, the newest entry to the bracket, and we have the New York Mets. What do we got, Thomas?
I can't believe the Mets are going to go on here because I know Joe and Corey, or at least Joe's going to vote for the Mets. I think the Diamondbacks have a better collection of jerseys. Yes, I understand that they've had some pretty bad jerseys in the past. They had like 8 different jerseys in the combinations. Those gradient jerseys, which were pretty bad. But we're not voting on the past. We're voting on the present. And the Diamondbacks have the Serpientes jersey, which is possibly the best City Connect jersey out there. Their other suite they have, again, they have some cool colors, especially with that teal thrown in there. But it's not just like a random teal color, like it is like that, that turquoisey color for the like Native American Southwest area of the U.S. I think the Diamondbacks have better jerseys, and I know they're going to lose right now, but you got to stand up for something, and I'm standing up for the Serpientes.
Serpientes. Joe.
Listen, I like Arizona. I think they deserve all the credit in the world for trying to go out there and be creative every single year. My problem with them is the consistency changes so much year to year. And I think the
We're not
Mets are
voting on the past. We're voting on what was in front of us.
I understand that,
The
but
past has nothing to do with it.
I feel like the Mets with their color schemes are more consistent jersey to jersey. I know you got the issues with the black ones, but that blue and orange for the Mets just pops. So I don't necessarily think the Mets have the best jersey. I don't think they're making it past the next round. We know who's waiting for them, but I think that color scheme is a great look, and I gotta go with the Mets.
This to me really is a true coin flip matchup, and I've said how much I understand Tom's point too. Can't discount the present because of the past, and I do really like that Serpientes. But the Mets blue and orange jersey, I think, was the best thing they did about 10 years ago. Wish they kept the second one too, because I actually like the second one a little more, but I really love it. And I could fully buy into that Friday night blackout vibe. They're not wearing it every day. Very specific Friday night home games. I'm going to give the edge to the Mets, but it really is a coin flip matchup for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Corey. I think it's absolutely a coin flip. And, a part of me wants to say, like, I'm going Mets here because Diamondbacks are way too recent to this crew to jump right into the Final Four. But my God, do I love that Serpientes jersey. That might be my favorite City Connect.
I have to buy one. We might have to buy
that
maybe
Serpientes is amazing.
It is,
and I love
this matchup. Is that jersey is so much better than any other jersey in the matchup, and that is what should put them to the next round.
Guys. Chaos grenade. We're throwing it to the chat. I'm going Arizona Diamondbacks here. What we got, chat? Mets or Diamondbacks? Keep your biasness aside. What is the better looking suite of jerseys? Is Arizona or is it the New York Metropolitans? Let's take a look at the chat so far. We got Arizona 1, Arizona 2,
That's
Arizona 3. Oh, it's Chris. Damn it, Chris. So 2 for Arizona, 2 for the Mets. All right, so we got 2-2. Let's see. Pars. Take out the City Connects. It's Mets. Take out the City Connect. It's Mets. Give me the Diamondbacks. So Pars goes with Diamondbacks. So we got 3-1 Diamondbacks. Anybody else? Any other votes here? We got 3-2 Diamondbacks. We got 3-2 Diamondbacks. All right, I'm going to count it down now. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Diamondbacks. It's Diamondbacks.
Yeah, there's another vote.
Mojo with the D-backs vote.
Brad,
And the
the world is just.
So both the Mets and the Yankees cannot get into the Final Four. So let's get into our Final Four. And this is one, guys, I did not have queued. It's a AL West division matchup. The Oakland Athletics and the Seattle Mariners. What do you got?
I'm going to keep rolling with Oakland. I love those Kelly Green jerseys. They're so good. And more we talk about it, the more I just think the Mariners jerseys are really overrated. I do like the City Connect, but the rest of them, it's just, I don't know. They feel kind of boring, especially like a Mariner, like they're right. It's like seafaring. There's nothing about the logo. I mean, the logo has like the compass, but the jerseys don't really do anything for me. That kind of speaks to that. The Oakland jersey is so classic. The Athletics logo is classic. The elephant. I'm going to say Oakland.
This is real. This is tough for me.
Extremely tough.
Yeah, this is tough. First thing is Oakland's jerseys are about to become extinct. So you know they're going to now move from Oakland to Las Vegas, and it's going to be a little bit different look to it. But I've been on the Seattle train since day one. I think they have some of the best unis around. Like I said, just that teal, the way that teal is incorporated across all the jerseys just works. It looks like a great jersey, encapsulates Seattle the best, I think. So I'm going to go Seattle.
I don't see how it encapsulates Seattle. Like that doesn't make sense.
That Mariner look to it. I mean, Seattle is a port city. It's that marine city that they and the Seahawks kind of, have that similar color scheme. I just think it works.
It gives off that constant drizzle vibe of Seattle, whereas the green of the Athletics gives Department of Sanitation vibe to the city of Oakland.
Green, something Oakland does not have.
Exactly. But I will say, though, I think this is a triple overtime matchup. And it's a triple overtime matchup, which I'm going to give to the Kelly Greens.
Ooh.
But it was so close.
Wow.
It pains me to say it, but I'm going to go with
where are we at?
Kemba Walker for the Kelly Greens.
2-1 Oakland, Rich.
2-1 Oakland? Lordy. I didn't think it'd come down to this. But my God, the more they hang on, the more I'm falling in love with those Kelly Greens of Oakland. I am going to push the Oakland Athletics to the finals with those jerseys.
Boy.
I'm going Oakland A's to the finals. This is a shocker of shockers. This is March Madness, baby. This is the madness I'm talking about. The Oakland A's. The Oakland A's are going to the finals. Going to the finals. All right.
Billy Beane is just fist pumping right now on his elliptical.
On the National League side of the house, we do have the St. Louis Cardinals or the Arizona Diamondbacks. Thomas.
The creamy boy St. Louis Cardinals jersey, I said it last week, is not just the best jersey in this bracket, not just the best jersey in baseball. It is the best jersey in professional sports. It is so
that's a take.
Good. It's perfect. It is just the perfect jersey. Mm-hmm. You throw in the blue, you throw in the regular white. Their road grays are fine. Arizona, again, the city connector is great. The red is I really like the red. We discovered last week that their white has a little cream to it. It's not as cream. It's like it's a little, maybe just a little lighter than the normal cream color jersey, but does have some of that going on. But St. Louis is just you can't beat best.
This is nuts.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta go with St. Louis here. I mean, the Cinderella stories end in here in the Final Four. Diamondbacks have a good jersey, but they just don't have the history behind the jerseys. They change jerseys like we change socks. The Cardinals it's worked since the beginning. Don't change what isn't broken. And for the Cardinals, they have so much character and they keep it so consistent while maintaining that character. It's timeless. It works. St. Louis.
Yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals too. I mean, to all the points I just mentioned, such a classic. Everything is crisp, clean, traditional. I will say, though, I actually think the Serpientes jersey is my favorite in the entire matchup. I like it so much. I can't give it the edge, though, over just the traditional St. Louis. If the Diamondbacks were to keep these type of jerseys, including the Serpientes, exactly as it is, maybe the conversation's a little different because I love that Serpientes. I mean, that's a desert jersey. I mean, that embodies the desert.
I mean, the Arizona home white, it's a kind of creamy now. That's been their home white for a long time. They've switched the colors of it at times, but it's been that jersey. So that has kind of stood the test of time.
That one has.
I hope the Diamondbacks rock out for the next 25 years with this jerseys. No more changes every 3 years. I think you have the perfect City Connect jersey. I think you have a black jersey in there. Kind of a mix between the white and the cream. We still don't really know on that home jersey, but it's a really nice collection for the Diamondbacks. But I agree with you guys wholeheartedly. The Cardinals got to go to the finals. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are on to the finals of ESB March Madness 2024 with two franchises go back a long time here. Yeah. We have represented the American League, the Oakland Athletics, the Cinderella story of the bracket. And then we don't have the Diamondbacks, but we have the St. Louis Cardinals. It's the St. Louis Cardinals or the Oakland Athletics, and somewhere Mark McGuire is smiling watching this at home. So, Tom, what do you got?
Listen, the Oakland is the Cinderella story. They're the Butler Bulldogs who make it to the finals. And even though I think Butler lost on a buzzer beater, this is when that Cinderella shows up, and they look across the court and they see Carolina or they see Kentucky, and they just get their absolute doors blown off by what the St. Louis Cardinals are bringing to the table. The Cardinals have breezed through a very tough NL. Again, I think the Final Four, if we're just going through all, probably is like Cardinals, Braves, Phillies, and there's probably another NL team that deserves to be in there. Oakland, good job winning the AL. You can hang that banner, but the Cardinals just put 100 points on you. Probably double you up in the finals. Cardinals.
St. Louis, Joe.
Yeah, I'm going Cardinals. Again, I agree with
St.
Tom. I've been saying it. These are the best, most classic yet timeless jerseys in all of sports. That logo works. It looks like baseball. It is baseball. That's when you think of a baseball jersey, the Cardinals should be the first jersey you think of. It's got to be the Cardinals.
Yeah, and again, as great of a story it was with Oakland, as much as I love those Kelly Greens, I have to say the Cardinals, it's just such a classic jersey. We said it a million times. And red and blue are my two favorite colors. Depending on the day of the week, I'll tell you one's my favorite over the other. Cardinals do both. They find a way to do both, and they do a great classic job with it, so I'm going with St. Louis.
And gentlemen, I would have made it 4-0. It is the St. Louis Cardinals here, without a doubt. A great run for the Oakland A's here. The chat would have given it to the St. Louis Cardinals. Hey, chat, when you look at the St. Louis Cardinals jersey, which former player do you think about first? Because all I'm thinking about is the guy I grew up with, who was the star of this team, and that's Albert Pujols. I look at that cream jersey to the left. I think of Pujols, such a great Cardinal, such a great baseball player, wearing such a great jersey. Your winner of ESB March Madness 2024, the St. Louis Cardinals. Congratulations to the St. Louis Cardinals. Hopefully the real Cardinals have such luck in this 2024 season after such a down year in 2023. But guys, I think we got that right. I mean, the Cardinals were that team. So thank you so much to all the voters, all the fans here, all 127 of you here in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us and being a part of our ESB bracket. We do have